All right, Eric, we're recording, so just don't walk
Shut, shut up.
off. Stay where you are.
Get back in the cage.
All right. Welcome to our fifth episode of Let's Talk Java with Chad and Laarni. We have a special, amazing, lovely guest today, which you guys saw him on our first episode, but he's back today. We're going to talk some coffee science and everything. But today we have Dr. Coffee. We called you Dr. Coffee.
I know. I listen to your podcasts. I hear what's going on.
Or Chad would take over, say it's Dr. J or DJ, but I will get this, Laarni. Look at this, side by side. I don't know how you have the screens lined up, but you have me up in the corner and Johnny in the other corner. But
you guys have a weird thing going. Yep.
We got his is way more sexier than mine. Like mine's like in, hey Chad, we're gonna just kind of just grow a little bit. Johnny's got the fullness. It just
gotta love it. Gotta love
it. And from here, it doesn't look like he's got any salt and pepper on it. So you got the two beards up on top, and then we got Laarni on the bottom.
It's definitely salt and pepper.
We can't see it on
well,
here.
Good. I'll just sit further back so it just looks a little bit better.
And as a good news, the old Dr. Coffee, we got a theme song coming on too that Laarni is going to be dropping.
Yes.
What?
Yeah. So, little tweaks. We're learning. We're learning this whole, well, I am this whole like podcast thing and hashtag thing. I'm the oldest one in this group, so it's kind of like.
But you look the youngest. That's the important part.
That's because I just got my Grace color.
There you go. I just shaved mine off.
But yeah, we are continuously revamping, tweaking, improving this Let's Talk Java podcast. And so we have some more new things coming up besides our drop of music. But if there's anyone that continuously wants to send us coffee, local places, we'd love to support you, and we'd love to make sure you get on another platform and give us your information. Let us taste your coffee. Let us love on your coffee, because that's really the purpose of this. Let us love on your coffee and share the word on who you are. So with that being said, what do we have today? We have
what do
we have?
We have
Muscovado.
Tree House.
Yes. We have a Tree House Aurora coffee. But Chad, read what it says on the front. What does it say? It's in it.
All right. It is called Tree House Coffee. All right, guys. We're just gonna. You almost have to sound like JT and Barry White how you read this, because it kind of has that little. You have that normal, Maxwell House level, and then you get. This has got to have some gusto behind it, just how you read it, because it just set up perfectly. And Johnny knows what I'm talking about because he's got the bag next to me. All right.
Yep.
This is Aurora blend. And for all you guys, it's got chocolate, blackberry, muscovado. Is that what that is?
I think so.
And this is where we kick the gusto in. It's got a juicy body. It's got a lot of citrus. And for all you lovers, it's got some medium acidity. Okay. How they word this, it's almost like you have to be sexy reading this thing, because it's just got all that class in this brown bag.
I totally agree, because what is a juicy body coffee? What is a juicy body coffee? That is the first thing that came to my mind besides the muscovado. I'm like, juicy body. I kind of call myself that all the time, but what is it in coffee? Coffee language.
So when every time you keep saying that juicy body, it reminds me of that TikTok song that's like body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. I'm just so that's why I'm laughing over here, because every time you do it, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy.
And we're not making a joke over on the Aurora blend here, guys, but I'm just gonna sit the bag next to my knee here by the cup, but just how they word it, how the presentation, how the bag is, you're gonna be getting a good gift.
Yes.
And how we were discussing prior to recording here, I'm like, hey Johnny, it's got a brown bag, and Laarni's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, it means it's gonna be classy, and a beautiful party's about to happen once you open that bag. So I got 5-10 minutes worth of this blend, and it is a great blend.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of that juicy body.
Exactly. It's not really that dusty. So when the label says washed in juicy body, it definitely means washed in juicy body.
Yeah. So before we get into like the flavor and our enjoyment of this amazing coffee, maybe Johnny can explain, what does it mean? Like, what does some of those amazing words mean in coffee?
So a lot of coffee roasters or coffee companies, they're gonna give you hints of what notes are in that coffee. So for instance, this Aurora blend is going to be a medium roast. So typically you'll have a darker roast, a medium roast, or a light roast. Middle of the road is going to be your medium roast. Now, when they do say the chocolate, the blackberry, the muscovado, now muscovado is more like sugar. It's going to have like a molasses taste.
Okay.
So those are going to be the key notes that you can kind of taste in that coffee. And a lot of medium roast coffees do have a chocolatey taste to it. You'll sometimes see a lot of caramel used as a medium blend coffee note, but with what they're using as far as their base is going to be your chocolate, your blackberry, and I would say molasses, but it's going to be a sweetened flavor. And the juicy body, it's just, how some coffees almost make your mouth a little dry. This it's actually going to be filling. So you're going to get a mouthful of flavor while you're drinking it. I do get a little bit of the citrus flavor from it. So I'm a citrus person. I love citrus. So for me, it's like, okay, I can taste on that a little bit. And honestly, a lot of people have different taste buds. Everyone has different taste buds. So something that you taste is going to taste a little bit different from me. I may recognize more citrus than you do, say, more chocolate. That kind of makes sense.
So I actually have 2 different coffees on my desk right now.
As do I.
Because somebody said I needed to brew some. So I brewed this Aurora coffee because, if we're talking about it, I don't want to be left out. If you guys already have it in your cups, I don't want to be left out. So this is going to be my first taste of this coffee. So,
before you taste it, what did you think about the scent when you opened the bag? What did you smell?
I actually smelled the coffee in the mail bag. Like as soon as I opened the mail bag, I was just like, ooh, what? Whoa. And I ripped it open. So the first thing that I smelled I smelled a lot of like toasty smell, like a toasted bread, like a fresh toasted bread. That's what it smelled like to me. And then I smelled not just like a sweet chocolate. I smelled like that dark, like the cacao, like 100% cacao chocolate smell when you open up a dark chocolate. That's what it smelled like to me.
I had to do it. Oh, go ahead.
So I was like, I didn't, that hint of that citrusy, that blackberry, I didn't really get that smell for me. Like I didn't get that smell. Maybe I'm just more prone to chocolate smells. Anything that smells chocolate, I'm like, ooh, chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. It could be like, fried chicken. I'm just like, I smell chocolate. So, it's like, that's like my initial smell. So, but.
And I had to double smell it twice because when I opened, I was up till 12:30 and no, I was not drinking anything, but I didn't have that initial takeout because I was kind of tired when I opened it out of the package. But after you smell it a few times, it's definitely that chocolate. Like once you focus on it and actually take a grasp of it, yeah, you definitely could smell the chocolate in there. And the feeling I got kind of just when you keep sniffing the bag is, in my mind, I'm thinking it's like that one that you smell when you walk in, like the chains with the pastries and the bagels and all that stuff. You know, I would say drive through like the bagels, the bags. Yeah, here's your Midwestern talk right there, buddy. But this would be obviously here, and I'm not gonna. I don't want to say the word Panera's because it's a chain and whatever. But this would be the one you walk in the door in those places, and this is the one that you smell right away. Like this is the feeling I get where it's like, hey, let's go to Panera. But I'm not a big Starbucks. Oh, sorry, the S word. I'm not a big, fan of them because I don't like to wait in line. I like to go in, sit down, chit chat, do whatever. So this one would definitely, if you have this in your place and you have 6 to 8 feet worth of bagels, Johnny, and just bagels, pastries, and donuts and stuff, this would be the one to do it. But it'd be more like the pastries, not the donuts. So like, I think because we have so much of the sweetness in it, with the chocolate, that this would be more like you would say, hey, I'm gonna grab that bagel with some cream cheese or whatever, and just sit and hang with a buddy. So it's when you open, like I got that bag and I'm like, oh, okay, we got some good stuff. Just because, in this show, we're starting to open up and expand our knowledge, but anything that comes with this brown bag, not in the sense of alcohol, but like in coffee, it's good stuff because for some odd reason, this bag just holds this bag quality, or that the kind of bag just holds just everything in.
Yeah, like
versus like the plastic foil-y type containers.
Yeah. This when I initially smelled this coffee, now that you're saying it, Chad, this is the coffee that when you go in and sit for like 2 seconds, you come out smelling like coffee. That aroma just kind of like gets on your clothes. Well, for me, it gets in my hair, and then like that's kind of what this coffee smells like to me.
And how tough is it to get off, Johnny?
For me, not that difficult, but I do have to shower and change my clothes right away when I get home, because otherwise it's all I smell.
And it's all on your couches and stuff.
Oh yeah. I have to wash my jacket once a week, just because it hangs on the door inside the shop. I'm not wearing it, but because it's in there, it's just like
all right. This is going to be my you go ahead.
So take no, not the first one. You got to take 2 or 3 of them to get the bite. Oh no, man up and get a real sip in there.
Hey now. Let me enjoy my womanly cup, okay? So I do like this.
Pretty good.
It takes a few. It takes like after like that. The first one, it's like, okay, this is kind of different. And then the second's like, ooh, I like this. And third's like, ooh, I really like this.
I get a lot of the flavor after.
We know what you're going to say.
Oh, gosh.
After it's consumed, you get...
Yes. And I take a breath, yes. And the smell comes through my nose. I do taste. Hold on, I need to take another sip. Hold
It's definitely a smooth coffee that I could just sit here and keep drinking.
I have a little of that acid, just a little bit, which is I like. I don't like it too much where it kind of chokes me at the end. I do like, I like the flavor, like the way it comes out through my nose when I breathe. I feel like it gives me that, after I take a breath, it like gives me that little bit of that sweet flavor.
Yeah.
You know? And then as soon as I start talking, it's like I could taste more of that, like the molassesy, is that a word? Molasses-ish, you know? But like caramely.
Yeah.
A little bit of a darker caramel flavor. Like it's not sweet, but I can taste it. So, but I do agree with you, Johnny. This is one of those coffees that you kind of have at 2:30 in the afternoon. You know, or like Chad can have this all day. You can't have this all day, Chad. You're gonna waste the whole bag in one day.
With the amount of coffee he drinks, it'll be gone by like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Where's your Bubba? Where's your Bubba?
Where's your Bubba?
Wait a minute here. Hey, I got Bubba's little brother. All right. So we got the C cup. All right. Why? Because it's just a theme that I have to have this on this. And then I got 24 ounces of fun here, which is straight coffee.
Now, so Laarni, I think you do cream and sugar, right? Or cream and sugar in the raw.
I do. Cream and sugar in the raw.
Now, Chad, you drink yours black. How would you compare it as a black coffee drinker? I'm kind of curious because I do cream and sugar as well. So
it just goes down very, very good. It is seriously like super, super smooth. I don't have that citrusy, acidy kickback as much because my mouth got fried by hotel coffee for many years. So it's like drinking 10W40 at the hotels, but this one, this is definitely one you could brew in the morning, have a pot there, go all the way through the day. It's just like there's no kickback, no backwash, no burp up, none of that stuff. It just it's a different beast. It's not the one that you can have a donut with. This is the one that it's like I said, you add like a couple bagels and just kind of, I don't know. It's a very mellow to the point. And I'm gonna say to the point, but like it's mellow. Where it's just it's like level 8, not say level 8 for the rating, but like level 8. It just consistently all the way through the day. I'm gonna put an AR house blend on that level because it's like some of the stuff like that where it's just all through the day. It's that all through the day coffee. But yeah, definitely this one wakes up. So it's not like you can grab and say, "Ooh, this is good." It takes multiple sips to kind of warm up, and then after that, you're like, "Yeah, dude, I love this."
So I just had it with
it's
my
definitely.
I just had it a little piece of my butter braid with the coffee. I think it could be paired with something else, like a bagel. Maybe not as sweet.
Yeah. This is not a coffee donut one. This is definitely something more mellower, like a pastry.
I'm loving this though. This is delicious. So
I do like this coffee. When I tried it, I was like, oh, they're gonna love this.
It is. I think I'm gonna on the 0 to 10 guys. I think this is like a 9.2 and 9.3. It definitely beat out the one from last week. It's definitely beat out the Packer Perk or the Hairless Dog or the ones that we got on that one, and definitely sorry Doc, it beats out a little bit, and I'm not going to say the names, but not by much because the house blend on that one, it just like they're very similar. It would be a great collaboration one where it's like they're together.
Yeah.
the first 10 drops one, I'm gonna put this just a little bit above that. It's right in that early mid, like the 9.1, 9.2, 9.3 type. Not like, oh my God, sports car, gotta have Ferrari type stuff. But it's well worth more than that 8 level, because it's just so, it's a phenomenal package that they have here. I'm just gonna say it that way. Like once you get into it and you start drinking it, it's a lot. You have like a 9 out of 10, a 9 out of 1, 9.2 feeling when you're touching this.
Yeah.
But like the house blend I was talking about is like a 9.1. So I mean, it's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna blow that out of the water. They're very, 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 very similar.
And there's a lot of coffees that once you brew it, if you have that consistent good quality and smoothness, for me, I love smooth coffee. Some people are going to be more of, they like a little bit darker, more with a punch, but the general majority like more of a smooth coffee, something that they can sit. This coffee is definitely one of those that I can sit there and just keep drinking, just because it's just so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. The overall yumminess of this, I do give it, I mean, this is close to, like, right now, a 9, like an overall, with the taste, the smell, the packaging. The only thing is, like, it doesn't go with the sweet. For me, it doesn't go with the sweet pairing with like a pastry. So I like a sweet pairing with my coffee. It's almost like my coffee treat is like, you get your coffee and then you get like a muffin or something like that. So for me, that's it doesn't go with the sweet. But I mean, it's not. But I mean, I don't have any bagels right now, so I can't pair it with a bagel or a bagel or whatever the heck Chad said. But it's kind of like that's really the only difference for me, is like, this is not not for me, not like a sweet coffee pairing. But hey, you know what? Everybody's taste buds are different, so whatever.
Well, and I like my coffee rough and like sports car, wide open, like it's gonna smack you in the face. And I will, and I'm gonna use Death Wish for example, just because that's the one where you kind of like tear off, that nasty in your face type coffee. This one is more that everyday occasion versus like Death Wish or like those darker, like heavy caffeine related ones. Like those are situational ones. This one, if you go side by side with that one, this would be the one that you would fire up where you have a party.
Yes.
Like you would sit there, you would have a group of people over, or it'd be, like the Monday through the Saturdays. This is that coffee.
Yes.
To where like, I don't know the caffeine kick. I'm wide awake now, but I'm eager to see what 1 or 2, brings after I drink the pot. But just so much consistency in this one that it's just continuous energy versus like the Death Wish or like the punchy specialty type stuff. That like, you're going to drink that and you're going to go work out for like 2 hours. And then after that, you're going to crash. Like this one, there's no crash. At least right now, it doesn't feel like there's no crash coming. It's I don't know. I'm a kind of a car junkie, but this is that diesel engine where it's like, it takes a little bit to warm you up. And then once you're warmed, it's going to go.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you like full 8 hours, 10-hour feeling.
Sweet. All right. So overall, Aurora Tree. What is it? Tree House?
Tree House.
Gosh,
So they're actually
Tree Master.
So they're actually a brewery, but they also do coffee.
Oh.
So it's a mix of beer. They're craft beers and mostly IPAs. They do have a couple like Belgians and stuff like that, but they also do different varieties of coffee as well. So, but yes, it's Tree House. Do
they? I guess if people want to try their coffee, they can just go on their website and.
So they can. So when we went last weekend, the brewery itself is closed to the public during COVID. You actually have to place your order online and then pick it up by 5 o'clock. If you don't pick it up by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever the hours are, then they refund your card, and then you have to place the order again to another day that you can come back. So I'm just trying to check out. So it's basically Tree House Brew Co. As in company.com. But they also sell, they have a Colombia, Guatemala, their own Treehouse blend. So that's going to be their house version.
Right.
So they've got, I want to say 5 or 6 different blends of coffee, a whole bunch of swag, all that stuff. I'm just trying to see if they actually mail it as well. So I'm on their website right now. I'm trying to take a look.
So you got that bag next to you, Laarni?
Do I have which one? I only have Best Store.
Okay, never mind then. Because on the back end, this one actually has that roasted time frame.
Oh.
And if you, and I just noticed this like 5 minutes ago. This stuff was roasted 12/23/2020. So I'm assuming a lot of this microbrewery / small coffee house joints. And I don't know if it's like beer or any of that stuff, but we're within 3 weeks of it.
Yeah.
So nothing's settled in it. It just, you could just taste the freshness of it.
Okay, so
it does look like they do ship.
Yes.
It looks like $10 shipping. But yes, they do. They do have an online store.
For our listeners and all that stuff, guys, this is worth ordering like $50 worth of coffee. This is good.
And where are they? Let me see. Johnny, where are they? Where exactly are they?
So they are in Massachusetts. For us, it's probably about 45 minutes away. So I'm trying to pull up the city because I don't remember.
On the bag here, it says Charlton, Massachusetts. And then if you guys forget about it, just think of the Charlton dance and then you'll definitely get the town. So this is definitely that. I could see definitely someone doing the Charlton dance, looking at Charlton. I mean, I'm not like relaying it to this, but yeah, it's just that good.
So everyone who is hopping on Let's Talk Java, Treehouse Coffee, treehousebrew.com is their site that you can order their coffee. And today we were just reviewing the Aurora. I keep thinking because there's an Aurora town here, like 20 minutes from me, so that's how I remember it. So like Aurora brew today, and it's a delicious coffee. And if you guys are in that area, please make sure you guys visit Treehouse Brew. I mean, yes, it's COVID times. You know, they have contactless pickup. Make sure you make that order ahead of time, and they can get that coffee or brew, whatever you are ordering to you, and support these local businesses and support these small companies, especially when it comes to coffee. Coffee is universal, and it's a great place to start conversations and connecting. So Chad, any last words before we click off here?
No, and I am enjoying this. This is guys, sorry, my brain's hitting a brain fart here. It's kind of breaking a little bit, but this is definitely the coffee that you just go and you grab it, you go. It's smooth. You can go ice fishing, snowmobile, and whatever backwoods, redneck, or any of the fun entertainment stuff you want to do after this. This is the one you throw in the thermos or the big, 48-ounce coffee jug that we do up in the cold weather, or with a bagel.
That special party brew you bring out with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That you don't share with anybody.
Yes. It is just, it's the smoothness is just, mwah. It's very, very good.
People will be like, hey, what's that you got there? You're like, nothing. Mind your business. So, Johnny, any last words for our listeners today?
Last words, I would say for them in their local areas, I would like them to find a local, whether it's a coffee shop or a coffee roaster, to actually send you guys a message and say, hey, this is a location that we love, worth checking them out, or, you know, pick up a bag of coffee, send it to you guys. That way you guys can actually try it and review them, because we'd like to see you guys review local places that are impacted, especially during COVID times, that can use a little bit more, you know, public image or business. So
Just
I would definitely
support,
say,
you know?
exactly. So I'd say definitely reach out to you guys with a local place to them, not necessarily from any of our locations, but I'm interested to try something from like Ohio or
Yeah.
South Carolina or something. I'm
So-
curious.
I know, right? There's there's freaking 50 states and a buttload of other places that I would love to try. So if you guys want more information about us, you want to send us some yummy, amazing coffee, you can email us at Java, JAVAHHH, 3 H's, java21@gmail.com. If you guys are looking for us on social media, right now we're on Facebook, Let's Talk Java. We have no posts on there just yet, but just keep looking out. There will be posts on there, and our other episodes of Let's Talk Java will be posted on there. We have our YouTubes getting ready to be put up on the Facebook page. So let us know if there's any coffee you guys want us to review. We would love to taste, we'd love to brew, and then we'd love to educate and support everybody when it comes to drinking coffee. And let's continue connecting, especially through these COVID times. You know, it's good to see each other's faces, but also, if there's anything you guys want us to touch on, a certain coffee or whatever, let us know. So, Chad, any last words?
I was going to say support all your local small communities. If it's swag, coffee, businesses, whatever it is, make sure you shop local and go from there and love your neighbors. Guys, here's my love from this one. So go outreach, be nice to everyone. Yeah, so everything's coming. Sorry, my ADD kicked in, guys. Yeah, and especially on the exposure, guys, any local coffees or any of that, let us know. Definitely we're gonna be hitting them up with social media, Facebook, YouTube, all the fun stuff. So they're gonna have the opportunities to jump on and enjoy all the analytics of this social media gig. So, and I'm gonna use the term social media gig, but it's from some of us that know the power of it, it can make or break a company within 30, 40, or even a couple months. So once that jumps up and gets rolling, you're going to have organic following that is just unbelievable. So
sweet. So next week, we will be talking about another coffee, which I have to send you guys. It's still sitting on my counter. I will be reviewing another coffee out there, and then we'll also be adding some, like brewing methods, because Johnny and I were talking about this offline, but we're like, he brewed his coffee in this French press thingy, and I told him, I was like, I don't know anything about that. So so I think next week or here in the upcoming future, we'll talk about like the different ways to brew coffee. Like what the heck is a pour over? What the heck is, like all these different brews. I know I'm not the only one who doesn't know all these things.
I actually have a good idea for him. So I don't know if he's got a camera on his other side, but he could do like the walkthrough on how to brew it at the restaurant. He could do a walkthrough with his guys on how to brew it at the house and say, hey, this is Dr. J from, so-and-so. And we're walking you through on how to correctly brew your coffee step by step on each side of it. So
I think our next show will talk about these different brew methods, especially this fancy brew method that Johnny's got.
Oh, the French. Oh, yeah.
I love the French press. I love the French press.
All right. Let's talk about that next time, because we could probably sit here and talk for another half hour, 45 minutes about coffee and all that other stuff. So until next time, guys, this is Let's Talk Java. I need more coffee. This is Let's Talk Java with Laarni and Chad and our special guest, Dr. Coffee I don't know if you even like Dr. Coffee. I'm just calling you that. So our
It
friend,
works.
our friend Johnny out on the East Coast. Thank you for hopping on with us and giving us your time. So
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
it was great. It was fun. So we will catch you all on episode 6 and see you guys later. Have a great week. Start of your week. All right. See you guys.